to repealing the defense sequester. Right now, it doesn't sound that exciting, but it's very important because we're going to rebuild our badly depleted military. That means brand new modern aircraft for Naval Air Station. And you know what I'm talking. Fallon. Who's Fallon? Any? Not far from here, the Naval Air Station. We have aircraft that's 18 and 20 years old. We have aircraft much older than that. We can't even buy parts to some of our aircraft. They're so old, they don't make the parts anymore. Now see those Medal of Honor recipients?
What we're hearing now is that some people were taken out of that forum by the Secret Service, and your father was rushed off, and he's back on the stage and back to message within moments.
That's what he is. Listen.
Oh, look, there he is being rushed off. He is safe, as you can see a moment ago, and back on the stage, back on message. All right, so, all right, your reaction to that, Donald?
Well, listen, you know, it's interesting. You see it. That's the tolerant left, right? That's the same people probably that were getting paid to go incite violence at our rallies from the Democrats. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. A lot of people will go throw some punches for $1,500, especially the crazy people that the other side was hiring. So, but that's really what we're up against. You know, if this was candidate to candidate, policy to policy, track record to track record, this would have been over a long time again. But we're up against a very corrupt, very big machine. These are power players. This is how they've gotten rich. The Clintons are worth up to $250 million. Doing what? Peddling American influence, selling out America. That's what got them there. They haven't created a job. They never built anything. They didn't do any of those things. But that's what we're up against. And so if it was a fair fight, it would have been over a long time ago. But it's not a fair fight. And I think the American people are starting to see that. We always knew. But now we're seeing it in the emails. You're seeing it in the O'Keefe tapes. You're seeing it day after day after. I mean, it never ends. It's like you're watching a movie about a banana republic, but it's actually happening here in America. And I think the American people are sick of it. You know, and honestly, that's a bipartisan problem. Both sides and the elite have done this and gotten us in this mess.
And you know what? Your father saw it in the primary,
Correct.
and he was able to bust through it. Yeah. But I think that the thing that's so disappointing is that when we actually see it in the emails, like the Democrats saying, what are we going to do? POTUS, President of the United States, said he didn't know anything about a private server. What are we going to do when he was already emailing with her? I mean, this is frightening stuff. Are you disappointed?
I'm actually, listen, it's hard not to be, all right? I'm an American. I'm a patriot. I believe in what they're doing. And we are literally running up against the most corrupt candidate in the history of the presidency. Okay? There's no, I can't even name, I can't come close to
there isn't.
There's scandal after scandal. You listed them, and you're right. That wasn't even the 21st century.
Yeah, we didn't
right?
even
I mean,
get to
the
2000.
90s and prior. You know, and so what are we saying to not only other politicians, but our children? Are we saying that kind of behavior is okay in government? You know, when the elites in Wall Street, when the elites on both sides of the political spectrum, when the media elites, when they're all up against you, guess what? You're probably doing something right.
Exactly.
It means you're fighting for the people that haven't done so well, because those guys have all done really well over the last few decades, whereas the average American hasn't had an effective pay raise in 20 years. My father's willing to take on that system. He's willing to step away from a